Detective Comics number 74 from April of 1943 saw the first appearance of the villainous duo Tweedledum and Tweedledee. They are based on the characters from the English nursery rhyme of the same name, published in 1805, and popularized even further by the 1871 novel Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. The lyrics of the nursery rhyme are as follows, and it speaks of two people, usually depicted as brothers, and more specifically identical twins, that argue with each other, agree to a fight, get frightened by a giant crow, and then forget what it was they were fighting about in the first place. Though the original versions of Tweedledum and Tweedledee are twins, the ones found within the DC universe are cousins, Dumfrey, later Dumpson, and Deaver Tweed, who look so similar to one another that they are just mistaken for twins. The Tweed cousins perform all of their criminal activities together as a team. They will sometimes use their similar appearances to their advantage in order to trick people, making people believe there is only one of them, like when they ran for mayor of a small town and held 2 election meetings at the same time. Though the Tweed cousins don't possess any superpowers per se, they have been known to use their fat bodies to bounce and roll around in some incarnations. Due to their similarities to the Tweedledum and Tweedledee characters from Alice in Wonderland, it only makes sense that the Tweed cousins would find themselves allying with the Mad Hatter, joining up with his Wonderland gang in Detective Comics number 841. However, it was revealed that the Tweed cousins were the true masterminds behind the group, using Jervis Tetch's own mind-controlling technology against him, turning him into a puppet and making him the figurehead of the team, to cash in on his notoriety. Batman would stop Tweedledum and Tweedledee, with the story making fun references to the original nursery rhyme, having Batman play the role of the Crow, and Mad Hatter would get his revenge in the end, attaching his mind control devices onto the cousins, and having them fight each other, seemingly to the death, before the Arkham guards arrive to pull them apart. This Wonderland gang story was definitely the height of the Tweedledum and Tweedledee characters in comics, depicting them as viable threats on their own. Tweedledum and Tweedledee are definitely two of the oddest and most gimmicky of all the Batman villains. They stand out from the pack. I myself have never considered them to be anything more than joke characters, thrown in for a laugh, working alongside much stronger and interesting villains, but by no means am I trying to shit on them. They can still be a lot of fun, and in certain stories can work quite well on their own as antagonists, sorta. But I'd be lying if I said Mad Hatter wasn't enough for me. I think he's far more layered as a villain, and, quite frankly, one Alice in Wonderland-inspired Batman rogue is plenty, even if he debuted in comics several years after the Tweed cousins did. Stories featuring Tweedledum and Tweedledee open themselves up to a lot of hijinks, naturally, due to the cousins looking so similar, like identical twins. They can trick people, confusing them over who is who, and it's a world I know all too well because I myself am an identical twin. Growing up, our friends, our teachers, even our own parents would mix us up from time to time, asking which one of us is the good one and which is the evil one, or if we ever used being twins to our advantage, which of course we never really did, at least on purpose. Labeling two people as Tweedledum and Tweedledee is also commonplace within society, used for two people who look or act very similar, are two of a kind, and generally are also arguing with one another, and more often than not, these labels are used to insult the individuals, rather than to compliment them. Anyways, this has been NerdGasm. I want to thank you very much for watching, and feel free to share your opinions on Tweedledum and Tweedledee in the comment section down below. If you would like to support the channel and all its future content, please subscribe and become a producer over on patreon.com if you can. I will see you all in the next one. Take care and stay nerdy.